হ্যাঁ। Hello everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to our institution of Global Professional Free Webinar. Thank you all for joining and stay with us till the end. My lovely audience, today I am your host for the evening. My name is afternoon. My name is Yarnis Akhtar. I am from Bangladesh. Dear audience, I am proud to be associated with IGP as a global member. I feel honored and privileged to host this webinar. It's my delight to welcome you all to our Institution of Global Professional free webinar. Thank you all for joining us today in this marvelous afternoon. And it's my humble request to and pleasure to all of you stay with us till the end. And don't forget to share, mention your friends. So let's together and learn together. Institution of Global Professionals serve student and community resource, providing holistic social work and education for create a component generation. IGP as a leading on online skill development institute with thousands of learners worldwide. Institution of Global Professional is an educational institution, provides social work with globally recognized. We organized our webinar, training, offline online course, is by our best and trained speakers. Coach, our mission is to empower people. We have already completed 988 webinars successfully. And let me remind you, don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friends in the comment box. Uh, Today, our webinar number is 989, and our webinar topic is Manage Your Diabetes Holistically. And our speaker name is Poonam Upadhyay. Uh, she is from India. She is a holistic dietitian from Nurpa and certificate diabetes educator and founder of Taj to Holistic Health. Now we welcome our speaker. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, Namaste. I am Poonam Upadhyay. I am from India, and thank you, Institute of Global Professionals, for having me here as a speaker and speaking about diabetes because yesterday was the day when we celebrated World Diabetes Day. So today I'm here to speak
Okay.
about diabetes. And thank you for the lovely host.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
And
You have to give some description about yourself. Then you can start your presentation.
yes, thank you. So, I am a holistic dietitian, naturopath, and certified diabetic educator. So, what happens when it is we see we treat the person as a whole, body, mind, emotions. So this is what holistic means, and that is how we work with women, we work with different individuals and try to help them in lifestyle diseases or disorder like diabetes, thyroid, PCS, PCOD, hyperthyroidism, hypothyroidism, blood pressure, etc. With a good lifestyle, we can easily work on our condition and improve it. And if it is not very late, we can even reverse it. So that is very true with diabetes also, and that is what we are going to see and discuss here today. So I welcome all of you.
Okay, ma'am. You can start your presentation.
Okay, so please allow me to share my screen so people who are there on YouTube and Facebook by that time, they can just write down what are are they diabetic and what are their experience with diabetes.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, you have to
Yes.
first share because I don't see anything. First, you have to
Okay,
share.
just uh, is it visible?
No, ma'am.
Okay, just a second. Uh, 1 minute. Is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, full screen.
Yes, you can start.
Okay, so today, as we are aware of so many diabetic living all around the globe, and we know many pathies and how it works. So today, small small effort that how holistically we can manage our diabetes. So let's go through this. I request everyone to stay with me till the end of the slide. So my slides are less because I want to speak more and connect more, and that is very important slide. And if we work on these factors, automatically you can see result where you will be working on yourself. So what happens? Diabetes is a complicated disease. It is said because diabetes can lead to many other diseases and disorder. It is seen and it actually affects all the organs of the body like eyes, kidneys, uh, kidneys, lungs, each and every blood vessels. So it is a very dreadful disease if we don't understand it. But if we understand and work towards it, it can become very simple, and we can easily understand how it is working out, how it is affecting our health, and come behind where we are in diabetic range, pre-diabetic, and then we can come to normal level. So today, very basic things we are going to discuss. So who are said who are in healthy zone? So if a woman whose waist centimeter is 80 centimeters, she will be considered a healthy woman. The waist height weight might differ, but the waist, if it is below 80, it is considered that the lifestyle diseases and disorder, whatever we go through, the people who has the woman who has 80 has less chances, and similar is for men. 90 to 94 centimeter, we can say that if their waist centimeter is that much, then they are considered into healthy range. And now above that, the risk range starts. So 80 to 88 is the time where you will be susceptible to some or other disease. So directly you might not have any lifestyle disease, but you may have something like obesity, hypertension, which might lead you to some chronic disease in the future. So mind you, the culprit here is the waste, not and the lifestyle, and not the genetic factor, and that will come very late. So do you agree with me? So similar is for men and similar is for women. So today what we can do, we can do it for ourselves first. That is my waist centimeter 80 centimeter if I'm a woman, below 80. And for males, is it below 94 centimeter? So the waist measurement is usually taken when the hip bone, when the both the hip bone, you have to take the measuring tape, and when touch both the hip bone, the tape should go straight, and then you have to measure in centimeters. Okay, so this is what is healthy range, and for men and women, risk range and high range. Now let's move forward and see and understand about diabetes. So diabetes can happen uh, when there are some symptoms like frequent urination, increased thirst, increased hunger, weakness, weight loss, blood vision, tiredness, and then you know uh, fatigue, weight loss, and this all are the symptoms of somewhere related to diabetes. Blurred vision, and the wound healing is slow. And if you see the image here, there are some marks or lines. So this thing is called acanthosis nigricans. That means this is somewhere related to insulin sensitivity in us. So if this is there present in your neck, or like near your waist, then understand that you are already suffering from insulin sensitivity, and you have to work upon it. Otherwise, you are susceptible to diabetes and many lifestyle disease and disorder in the future. Now, as we are speaking about diabetes, let's understand what are the tests available where you can confirm that you are a diabetic or pre-diabetic. So there are, I have given three tests, four tests, HbA1c. So this is actually average blood glucose level of past 3 months. So that shows that how you have performed in 3 months. So if you take your random blood sugar, it might come low because maybe that day you were fasting or your meals were uh, not that towards oily or junk food. But in 3 months, if you are majorly taking junk food, so HbA1c will give us a proper indication where how should be the treatment for that person and where the person normal blood glucose level is. And in further slides, we will be understanding more about the markers and how much of the blood glucose level it is. And fasting plasma blood glucose, people around, or I think we all are aware that usually whenever the blood test is done, fasting plasma glucose is a must to do. And it has at least 8 hours of difference so that we have a proper reading and we can justify it. Oral glucose tolerance test. So suppose your readings, HbA1c is also haywire, or if you are doing random glucose or fasting, sometime it is normal, sometime it is low, sometime it is higher. So what the doctor suggests is oral glucose tolerance test. What is this? So the blood glucose level, they tell them to tell you to fast for 8 hours, no water, water you can have, but nothing else. And then they give you a sugary drink, glucose, drink, and tell you to drink it. And after 2 hours, your blood sugar is measured. So suppose your blood sugar level is more than 200, then that means you come in the diabetic range. And random plasma glucose test, where randomly, when if you are having some meals, the body will we will tell you the readings. Now, as I told you, that HbA1c test, regarding that we need to understand. So, diabetes, pre-diabetes, normal. There are three. These are three major things which we all know, and but we don't know how to predict HbA1c. So, if the HbA1c is above 6.5, that you then you come under diabetes range. That means your fasting blood glucose is 126, and glucose tolerance test, that is 200 milligram per dilution. Similarly, if it is 5.7 to 6.4, then you come into the range of pre-diabetic, where your fasting is around 100 to 125, and below 5.7 is normal range, where it is below 100. And similar, you can see the result of glucose tolerance test. Now, where do we stand when we do that test? It gives a very clear indication. So once we understand where are when we get a proper clue that where are we standing, automatically this will help the healthcare workers, everyone around, to make sure that how should be the treatment given, or how should we work further. Now, understand. Now we are going to understand that how our body system, glucose and insulin works. So, how we suppose I have to use my remote to switch on the TV, but it has no battery or the battery is dead. Will it work? The answer is no. It will no. It won't work. Similar, our body, if there is no glucose, it will not work. So, glucose is the main form of energy. and food break whatever food we eat, it breaks down into energy, and like carbohydrate, proteins, fat, and everything, small, it breaks down, and then in the form of energy it reaches to our bloodstream. So there are two options here. Both gives us energy, but if we have more of junk food, if we have more of fried food, which has more percentage of fats, more percentage of sugar, then definitely the thing will reach the nutrient it as the food which is shown above has less of nutrients, so definitely it will reach to our bloodstream. But it is said these things which have more of sugar and more of fat has empty calories, but it will give energy to your body for some time, and then it will it will be stored in the form of fat in your liver. So you have two batteries. You can just visualize this thing whenever this like junk and healthy food, where you have a local battery which will work for some time and then it's over. But if you have a proper original company based battery, it will work longer. So similar is the function of the nutrient dense food, or the fruits, vegetables, cereal, pulses available in our nature, right? So it gives us energy, and that energy is divided into carbohydrates, protein, fats, and then they are further divided. It gives in the bloodstream nutrients to all parts of the body, all parts of the cell, as well as also glucose and energy. So this energy will be sustained for normal, and also you will have more stamina and more of vitamins, mineral restored in the body. And as we looked the above thing, which is stored in the liver, the thing as a fat, because it is empty calories, this will not have more of fats, so that definitely this will not burden your body. Now let's understand how insulin works. So as we saw here, that glucose is main form of energy. Oh, ठीक है, तो glucose has to go inside, but there is a problem. Glucose want to enter, but the door is shut, and there is only one key, and the key, the person who has the key is the insulin. So unless and until this insulin doesn't open this door, the glucose cannot enter. So if the glucose is not entering, what will happen? So glucose will be just like circulating, and proper absorption will not be there, and insulin uh, will be there, and somewhere the key will be there, the door will be open, and people will be, or the glucose or everything will be revolving, but the main energy part will not be there, right? So this is how insulin receptor and glucose work. So insulin is a very important part, and somewhere we don't give it proper once we understand how it works, it is very we can actually make a plan and work upon it. So do you agree with me? Just type it in whatever stream, Facebook or YouTube, you are watching this thing. So what happens generally in this scenario, uh, let me show you something. So this is suppose glucose. This is my belly, and pancreas secrete insulin. So they see that there are 100 of glucose coming. I'm just as an example so that we can imagine it properly. 100 soldiers of glucose are coming. So the pancreas will secrete 100 of insulin. So the insulin and the receptor will open and glucose will enter inside. But if this is impaired, insulin is impaired, what will happen? Insulin is there in the body, it is there, but it is not reaching, it is not doing its work. The key is lost, the receptor, it's not reaching to the receptor. So glucose will be circulating in the bloodstream, and when I do my blood glucose, the glucose shows it is more. So this is one condition. This might be called as this can be called as type 2 diabetes, but there are different types of diabetes, and let's see about it. Uh, to beta cells of Langerhans, that they produce insulin. So there are three, and one more type of diabetes you can say: type 1 diabetes, gestational diabetes, type 2 diabetes, and type 1 and type 2 diabetes, which is happening together. So in type 1 diabetes, which is also called as juvenile diabetes, there are destruction of beta cells. So the insulin is not at all produced. So people who have type 1 diabetes, whole life they have to take insulin, and without that they cannot manage. uh, Gestational diabetes is the diabetes which occur during pregnancy. So during pregnancy, suppose no the woman does not have any past history of diabetes type 1 or type 2, and suddenly during the gestational period or during the pregnancy, the blood glucose level raises. So this is called gestational diabetes. And type 2 diabetes is mainly happening due to faulty lifestyle. So as I told, the insulin receptor and glucose. So in type 1 diabetes, insulin is not there. In gestational diabetes and type 2 diabetes, insulin and insulin is there, but it is not opening the lock. So that's why this type of diabetes, we if we search for the key and the law, this can we can better the condition, and we can also help the person who is suffering from diabetes to improve, uh, come to normal range and then reverse. So I want to add some ayurvedic perspective to it. So uh, whenever, according to Ayurveda, there is imbalance of doshas, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, when they are imbalanced, so uh, this disease occur. So Agni, the digestive fire, uh, for metabolism of all the nutrients, all the uh, things, or to release the waste from the body, we require the digestive fire, which is called Agni. So if it is very high, it will just destroy everything. No nutrition will be reaching our body. And if it is very low, it then also the body will not function properly. Metabolism will be very sluggish, and it will not give the optimum result. And whatever nutrient we are taking or eating, as the fire is not proper, so if they are eating also, it will be just removed like that. So we need a optimum fire, optimum Agni for our body, so that the imbalance of doshas can be uh, balanced. So in diabetes, kapha dosha, vat, pit, kapha, there are three doshas. Kapha dosha is more. The Kaf dosha is what? A water and earth elements. There are five elements and three doshas. So there is imbalance between water and earth element. So astringent food actually help the kapha in balance. So there are some herbs like amla, gooseberry, haritki. Haritki is harad, which is good for digestion also. So and that has little astringent taste. And methi seeds or fenugreek seeds, they are also called as functional food, which is usually taken at home, and it helps to balance the diabetes. And now lifestyle and diabetes. good lifestyle and diabetes go hand in hand. So if the lifestyle is good, the waist measurement is below 80, and we are having a proper balance of fruits, vegetables, cereal, pulses in our diet, we can easily control the diabetes and even reverse it. So, with this, I end my session. Thank you, everyone who were present, and thank you, my host, for having the patience. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your wonderful presentation. Now it's time for our quiz session. After completed our quiz session, we come back again in our question answer session. Okay, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay. Uh, Dear participant, now we'll start our quiz session. To join this session, you have to go slido.com, then you have to enter the code. Uh, the code is IGP2. Dear participant, uh, to join the our quiz session, you have to go www.slido.com, then you have to enter the code. And the code is IGP2. After short video, we will start our quiz session. So please everyone join in our session early. Let's enjoy our quiz session. Dear participant, it's time for our quiz session. So mention your friends to join in our quiz session. To join this session, you have to go www.slido.com. Then you have to enter the code IGP2. We will pick your name from Slido. So join with your full name, which will directly print on certificates. And top 10 will be awarded with quiz completion certificate. So please everyone join in our session early. We are waiting for your joining. Already 19 people join in our session. So please everyone join early. Dear participate, already 23 people join in our session. So please everyone join in our session early. To join this session, you have to go www.slido.com. Then you have to enter the code, and the code is IJP2. Dear participant, we are still waiting for your joining. So please join in our session early. After 1 minute later, we start our quiz session. Now we'll start our quiz session. First question: what should you do to manage your diabetes? Option one: check your blood sugar and check it often. Second option: just get the supplies. 100% people say the first option. Now we see our correct answer. And the correct answer is first option, check your blood sugar and check it often. And our leaderboard top ranker is Danis Guineto Serso. Second question. Nursing intervention to manage diabetes complication. First option, take meds to control high blood pressure or high cholesterol or heart failure aids. And second option, limit PT from visitors. And again, 100% people say the option 2. And the correct answer is option 1. Take meds to control high blood pressure or high cholesterol or heart failure aids. And now again our top ranker is Danis Gunito Sirso. Third question. Blood glucose monitoring can help you manage your diabetes. Is it true or false? Uh, the correct answer is true, and 96% people are right. And again, our top ranker is Dennis Guinto Sirso. Our fourth now question. What are some self management strategies you can use to manage diabetes? First option, managing your diet, exercise, and insulin pump regularly. And the second option, make sure you dress nice. And again, we see that 100% people say the first option. And it is the correct answer. Managing your diet, exercise, and insulin pump regularly. Fifth now question. What is diabetes? A disorder caused by lack of glucose in the body. Second option, a disorder caused by lack of insulin in the body. And the correct answer is option 2, a disorder caused by the lack of insulin in the body. And 92% people are right. And again, our top ranker is Danis going to Sirso. Sixth now question. Who does diabetes affect? First option, people with poor diet or lack of physical activity. Second option, people who are eating good foods. And the correct answer is people with poor diet or lack of physical activity. 92% mean maximum people are right. Seventh now question, managing diabetes SATA. First option, sleep and worry about it later. Second option, give or take insulin. Check urine for ketones or sugars. Now we see the correct answer. And the correct answer is option 2 and 96%. Maximum people are right. Our 8th now question. In type 2 diabetes, exercise can help manage which of the following? First option, glycemic control. Second option, salivation rate. And the correct answer is first option numeric control, and 85% people are right. And the 9 now question. Type 1 diabetes can be cured. First option true, and second option are false. Second option is. And the correct answer is false, and 56% people are right. And now our top ranker is Flomi Raghwal Salvijo. Our last question. Diabetes educators help clients manage their diet and VGS. Is it true or false? And correct answer is true, and 100% people are right. Congratulations, Flomi Regal Salvizo. He's our top ranker. Then, in our second position, Dennis Guinto Serso. In third position, Evelyn P. Wapiri. In fourth position, Daniel Wheeler Restoration. In fifth position, Charlene Calizo Yamgochi. Congratulations, our top 10 quiz competition winner. We have all of your name which you entered during joining. We will pick and prepare certificate and we'll post them on our Facebook official page. Now we will go our question answer session. To if you have any question you can ask in our comment box. After short video, we will start our question answer session. And to ask your question, you have to go in our comment box. Then you have to please your address speaker name. After question answer, we will share certificate process. So now let's enjoy our quiz answer session. আচ্ছা। Dear participant, welcome back in our question answer session. Now we invite our speaker again in our question answer session. Welcome back, ma'am.
Thank you.
Dear participant, if you have any question, you can ask in our comment box. We are waiting for your question. Ma'am, our first question from Facebook user. Great afternoon, ma'am. What can you say about low carb diet, low carb diet?
Yeah. Thank you for the question. It has become a very good trend where we feel that if we take a low carb diet, our diabetes can be managed. So, this can be a shortcut actually, because as we said, if we manage, we have to see all the factors of the lifestyle, medicine, or where the person is standing individually. If we only focus on diet and then to low carb diet, then definitely it will do more harm than doing good, because it is always recommended to have a balanced meal. Carbs are very important, though we don't require more of fats which will spoil the health. But good fats are required by the body, and good fats and energy, good fat circulated throughout the body is only by the means of carbohydrates. And and carbohydrates are the means of providing energy to the body. So, a low carb diet, if you are diabetic or you are not diabetic, always balanced meals are preferred. So that only we have to take care of.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
ma'am. Uh, our second question is here. Ma'am Poonam, what is glycemic control?
Glycemic control. So there is glycemic index. One factor called as glycemic index. So as we saw about the uh, blood glucose level, how insulin and glucose comes in the blood, and if the excess of glucose is there in the blood and not converted into energy, so that is called as blood glucose level. So definitely in that manner, there is a glycemic load. So each and every food which we consume has certain number of glycemic index. uh, and when we have more of glycemic index thing, so that actually there are some things which will help to control our blood sugar, and something which will increase the glycemic load. So when if the glycemic index is low, it will help the body to function properly and to keep it properly. And when it is more, then definitely it will harm the body. So that way it is research, and there are certain factor which is there, and that gives us proper idea what can be consumed and what cannot be consumed. So
Okay,
I
ma'am.
think this answers the question. Thank you.
Uh, Ma'am, our third question. Good afternoon, ma'am Poonam. What can you say about? Okay, you give this answer.
So,
Our third question from Flomi Regal. Good afternoon, ma'am. What does it mean if HbA1c is high?
HbA1c, as we saw in this slide, HbA1c is a marker of 3 months of blood glucose level which is circulating in the body. Suppose you are having more of problems, and it is not getting sorted on blood glucose level, the random blood glucose level, as well as the glucose, the fasting is coming in the range, but then too you are having some difficulty, some problem. So HbA1c is the marker which will show you that it is the average of 3 years of 3 months of blood glucose level. So once you understand that maybe for this week your diet is good and lifestyle you are following, but for past 2 months you are not following, so this will give you a clear picture where are you standing and how you have to go further. So that way HbA1c helps. And when it is high, it has risk in all the organs of our body like eyes, kidneys, liver, and if not taken care, it can lead to damage. So uh, kidney failure, cataract, all this thing happens when the HbA1c goes out of control. And when it is above 9, so we recommend to have insulin. Even type 2 diabetes people need to have insulin with outside.
Uh,
They,
our last question. Hello, Poonam. Does belly fat reduction reverse diabetes?
uh, belly fat, yeah, like there are like in a car there are four wheels. So one of the important factor of that wheel is fat and carbohydrate, like empty carbs reduction. But lifestyle, having positive thought, if you are on medication initially to having medication, everything is also equally important. So the belly fat reduction can help, but we have to take care of all the factors which are involved. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. It has been very informative webinar
Thank,
for our participant. Any last word for our participant?
thank you. Thank you for amazingly hosting the session and taking time out. And thank you, the Institute of Global Professional, for inviting us and letting us speak about such vast range of topics and considering the healthcare and diabetes too. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful to the platform and to you too. Thank you.
Uh, on behalf of IGP, thank you so much for giving us your precious time and share your valuable knowledge. I think everyone can learn from your webinar. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thanks. Thanks.
Uh, Now, dear participant, now we give you our webinar code. So please wait some minutes. Today's program name is Manage Your Diabetes Holistically. Uh, and the code is IGP1342. Uh, how to claim your e-certificate? First, you have to go to www.eduigp.com. Then you click sign in, and then you log in if you already have an account, or create new account if you are new. Once logged in, click free webinar, select the webinar title, and click continue course, get enrolled if you have not enrolled yet. Type the code in your certificate code, and the certificate code is IGP1342. And click get your certificates. It is auto downloadable in PDF file already. Just check it on your file manager or download folder. And the webinar code is IGP1342. And the code is IGP1342. Thank you everyone for your active participation and support IGP. Our mission is to empower our youth, so stay with us by your support. We expect that you all are getting a little bit benefited in personal and professional life, and we wish that you all are remaining with us in long journey. Thank you so much, everyone. Stay happy and healthy.